to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the War Room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
Once again, it is Saturday afternoon, and we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. And joining me today is the gunslinger.
That's me.
He's back with us. How have you been, sir?
Well, better now.
I can't hear nothing out of my mic or out of my headphones. Keep
better
going.
now because we just kind of botched the first try. So.
Take 43. For the life of me, I'm pretty dang good at the podcast part of it, right? But as soon as we go like visual, like YouTube live, I cannot get that thing to work.
Mm-hmm.
I screwed up. It takes me 48 tries, and I put it on the wrong channel. And the next thing I know, I'm broadcasting live. I'm live streaming on YouTube YouTube.
Yeah.
On the wrong freaking channel, and I'm going, why is nobody watching? What's going on here? So we got one person watching right now, so thank you for that. So we redid this and got, what a nightmare. It's like a monkey. It's like a monkey humping a football in here. It's not.
What is this, Bush League? Come on.
Pretty much it is. How am I going to ever monetize this thing?
You just got to keep on swimming.
I need 1,000. I need 1,000 subscribers, and I've got 68.
Hey, we're well on our way. I'm just saying.
Well on our way.
Yeah.
Do we need to actually do this all the time?
Yeah, if it would work all the time, it'd be better.
Hey, this is 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks in a row. I'm actually pretty impressed.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Desk's metal.
Okay, it's metal.
Wait.
Whatever. There you go. That's wood.
I found some wood.
Okay.
So how you been, Mr. Gunslinger?
I have been I've been well. I mean, we're still selling quite a bit of guns. I mean, it's slowed down a little bit. I think a lot of it has to do with you can't find ammo to shoot out of the guns. And the guns that we are selling are starting to be a little bit a little higher cost guns.
Right.
We're not selling a lot of the little cheap G2s or anything, mainly because we're out of them.
You don't have any.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's still going pretty good. So
I tell you what, I've been talking about buying another gun lately, right? And I was looking for a VP9 2020. That's with the slide cut and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I always talk about buying a 10 millimeter, right? And I've been hawing about it, going back and forth, and haven't done it. And then my computer took a crash on me, that's an interesting story. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. My computer takes a crash on me, so I buy another Mac.
Mm-hmm.
I order another MacBook, right?
Yeah.
Which is twice what a freaking 10 mil or a new gun's going to cost me.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful one here.
It's the old one. And then I go to the gun store. I stop by and see you, and I go, I never really was ready to, excuse the pun, pull the trigger on buying a new gun. And then I'm looking, and there's that 10 mil in the bottom of the cabinet. It's the XDM 10 millimeter Springfield Armory. It's got the threaded barrel. It's a nice gun. And I'm like, if I hadn't had to buy this computer yesterday, I would buy this gun right now. Mostly because it's half the price of a freaking computer. And I just justified a computer purchase. So why not? Anyhow, whatever. Do you see what I'm saying here? I just, the
struggle is real.
The struggle is real. And then, I find ammo sitting on the shelves, and I pick that up. No problem. I just buy.
Even if you don't have the gun that shoots it?
Depends.
Oh, okay.
Depends on what it is.
Well, I mean, in your case, where you have people showing up with different guns, different calibers.
Yeah, so I'm not buying any 45.
Well, okay.
90% of the people that show up here have a 9mm.
Okay.
Or 22.
Yeah.
And some 380. So that's kind of what I'm picking up right now.
I got you.
But so let's get back to the computer. So
Yeah.
I appreciate all the listeners. You know, we got the YouTube live video up, which it worked last week and everyone got to watch it. And we recorded the podcast, but I was like 3 days late before I could actually upload the podcast because I was without a computer. And I didn't want to buy a new computer, but they said it was going to take a month to fix the one that I had.
A month?
A month, because they were sick people. The COVID,
Oh,
man.
geez.
It's like COVID 48 out there.
Yeah.
And it was going to take a month, right?
Wow.
So I went and talked to the guy, and I'm not pushing him. I mean, I'm no more important than anyone else there, right? And so I said, well, whatever. I looked at my wife. I was like, I got to get another computer going. I got a class. I got PowerPoints, all this crap. You know, I need to do stuff. I got the podcast. That was first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered a brand new computer, you know, $1,300 MacBook, brand new one, ordered it. And then I went to bed and I woke up the next day and guess what? Hey, your computer's ready. Are you freaking kidding me?
I think they mistook a month for a day.
Are you kidding me? I was like, well, how much was it? $109.
Wow.
I'm like, really? So I could have bought that gun.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. I could have bought that gun.
Yeah. That's what they're telling you.
It is my life. But actually, hopefully the podcast and everything will, well, hopefully improve. That's a big leap of faith right there, right?
You never know.
I'm hoping it'll improve because I'll have actually 3 computers now.
Oh, well, 3 podcasts.
I already do 2. And maybe I can get some more videos and I can figure out how to do this better. And yeah, I got to make some money. You know how many people are making money on YouTube?
No.
A lot.
I'm sure there are. I don't know how many.
I don't know how they do it, but they make dumb videos. I try to make something with substance. We're full of substance here, right?
Something. Yeah.
Substance.
Yeah.
But
sub sandwiches, maybe.
Anyhow, that's the life of a podcaster. You understand the feeling, don't you, Mark?
Sure.
Gunslinger. You're like,
Yeah.
who the hell's Mark? I'm the gunslinger.
No, I know. I know the feeling. I'm not begging people to watch or listen to the podcast, but I really enjoy when they do.
I am begging people. I am shameless, man. I'm shameless. I feel like I need to break into a Garth Brooks song.
Oh, that is a Garth Brooks song.
It
Yeah.
is. Hey, I was going to ask you something. Oh, let me tell you about the ammo scores of the week.
Oh, yes. This is going to be a new topic.
It
I'm
might
sure
be a new
will,
topic for a while. So I go to town, I go run, I go to the gym, and then after the gym, I loop around. I swing by D&B Supply, check the ammo and the primer situation over there, spend a little while there talking to whoever's working, whether it be Mark or some of his coworkers or whoever's there. And even if Mark's there and he's not working, I still get him out of the break room to chat with him.
Hey, I was there like early. I wasn't on break. I was just not working at the time.
And then from there, I scooch on down the road to Sportsman's Warehouse, and I go in there and I check and see what they have, ammo-wise, primer-wise, whatever. And I struck gold twice this week.
Nice.
I bought on one day. I found 1,000 rounds of 22 long
Wow.
rifle. I know. I was super excited.
That's really surprising because I don't think we've seen rimfire for.
It was kind of, I think it's crap. It's Aguila.
Yeah.
But it goes bang, right? It'll work in my.
Depends. I mean, if it says high velocity, it's probably not bad.
At the very least, it'll work in my son's cricket, and I can shoot.
True.
I don't shoot magpies. I shoot near the magpies.
Yeah.
And then the next day I went in there, actually 2 days later, I went in and I scored some 9mm. I got 200 rounds of 9mm.
Nice.
Paid 50 cents a round for it, but that was kind of hard to choke down.
Yeah.
But as I was leaving there with that one box, so you can buy 2 boxes there. And as I was leaving there, they brought out 2 more boxes of 200 rounds a piece in each box of 380.
Oh, nice.
And that damn computer I bought, or I would have bought both of those boxes.
Right.
I think I'm okay with 2 boxes per caliber. I think that's the rules over there. At the very least, I would have bought 1 box of 380.
Yeah.
But I almost walked out with that as well.
Huh.
But I walked around for a little while with that 9mm, clutching it to my chest, guarding it with my life.
Yeah. Well, you almost have to.
Yes, you do.
Because that, so we got in some ammo on Monday.
Yeah.
It was all cellular and Bella, or Bello, or however they say it.
I heard that you did, and that's the day I didn't check.
So here's the
Damn
thing:
it.
is it came in, or we didn't get it out till what, 4:30 maybe? I don't know. It was later in the afternoon.
Oh, I would never have seen it then.
So we got in. It's all the same brand, but we got in 380, 9mm, 40, and 45.
Whoa.
All 4 calibers.
The freaking floodgates open. How much of each caliber did you get?
Not a lot, but
The floodgates open.
yeah. Here's what happened though: is Jerry was putting it on the shelf, and people were starting to gather like they always do. And
One for me.
yeah,
one for
so
the show.
yeah, this guy shows up and he, stands right in front of the ammo,
Yes.
as close as he could get to the shelf,
Yeah.
and is on the phone as he's trying to grab his allotted amount.
He's calling people.
His buddy's grabbing his allotted amount, and
Yes.
he's on the phone calling people to come in and get theirs. Meanwhile, standing right in front of this ammo, not letting anybody else get to it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty
so
low.
that's really
That's the problem.
that's one of those grinds my gears thing.
Yeah, you can't guard the
no,
ammo.
It's not your ammo. Step away.
You've taken what you can buy.
Yes.
What do you guys allow over there?
We're still doing 5 boxes, which I think is too much.
Oh, 5 boxes.
Right.
Is that total, or can you get like 5 boxes of 9 and 5 boxes of
5
4?
total. So,
Okay.
but I mean, the shipments that we're getting in is very little.
5 boxes clears out.
Yeah,
the
it's like
shelf.
we get a case of ammo. There's 2 guys clear your shelf out.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, that was one of those things that happened this week that really irked me. But
Did you ask him to step away, or did he
I
stay
think
there
Jerry,
until
I think Jerry said something to him, but eventually,
get the hell out of here? You got to
Yeah.
share. You got to share the ammo.
exactly. Yeah, move along. Yep.
So I don't know. I always check you guys first. You guys know that.
Yeah.
And then I go hit Sportsman's, and I tell you what, everyone just kind of wanders around Sportsman's like they're lost puppy
Uh-huh.
dogs. It's amazing. They're just because I don't know how you guys do it. I know out of Sportsman's, I think just kind of dribbles it out a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
I don't think they just bam, here's the ammo.
Right.
They dribble it out just a little bit at a time.
Mhm.
And so people just kind of hang out, and you see them walking around, and they're looking at the ceiling, they're staring at the empty shelves, and out of the corner of their eye, you see them kind of look out of the corner of their eye when that guy walks out of the back room with the shopping cart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they make the loop in that store. Like
They do. They wander.
Yeah, they wander, and then they'll keep going by the ammo aisle.
Yeah, and
keep
they're waiting.
checking.
They're waiting for it to dribble out.
Yeah, I wish that we'd do something like that. In fact, I wish
You guys should go put it in different spots in the store.
well, we're actually making a game out of it, and I shouldn't say this because
Oh.
people are getting mad, or they will get mad if they find out.
Well, tell me.
Well, we'll put 1 box out, and we'll time it. We'll see. Okay, how long is 1 box of ammo going to last? Right.
Right.
The one day it lasted like 36 minutes or something like that.
Wow.
1 box of 9mm just sitting there.
Do you ever
wanted it.
move it over and put it over like where the 300 win mag is? And see
Oh
if-
no, because
Oh.
it's
That'd be cool.
But then if we put 5 boxes out,
It's gone.
it's like 2 minutes gone. But 1 box, it's kind of a game. And then if somebody calls on the phone, they ask us, do you have this ammo or this ammo or this ammo? Well, before we pick up the line, we sit there and we say, what do you think it's going to be?
Oh my god.
It's like a game. It's like a
Yeah.
guessing game. What do you think they're going to want this time?
Well, when I and I probably mentioned this before, but I know back in the last time it was real bad, and especially when like powder and primers got real bad, which there's powder out there right now. It's the primers that are hard to find. But I was real bad when it came to powder. It was hard to find. You get a little bit here, a little bit there. I'd walk into a place and I'd see it on the shelf. And I'm that guy and we've talked about it plenty of times before, that anyone who reloads and actually is really specific, like Dean, right? Like Dean, he doesn't like the way I reload. I don't reload necessarily. I want to say it's safe, but it's not necessarily by the book. So
Right.
I kind of figure out the shortcuts and different things. But I would go in there and I'd reach up and go, oh, they don't have the powder I want. Never used this powder before. Wonder what this is for. And I'd grab it. Oh, there's another one. I don't know what this one is over here too. I'm gonna grab it. And I put them in my arms, and they were only allowing you like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
and I put them in my arms and I carry them around. And I pull out my phone and I start doing internet searches.
Uh-huh.
What can I use this powder?
Yeah.
I might have
some recipes.
I had my son actually carry around a bunch of different powders too. And we just wander around the store, kind of find a quiet corner, just kind of hang out for a minute.
Get a little recipes going.
And find out what I can use this powder for. And then I would go and put back what I didn't need. And then I would keep what I could use. And then I go and buy what I could. So, I mean, I don't know if that's probably not cool, I guess, but that's what I used to do.
Hey, at least you're not standing there guarding it.
No, I just take it off the shelf and keep it with me. And
Right.
I dare anyone to try to.
But you're putting it back, the stuff you're not going to use.
Yeah, I dare anyone to use their meat hooks and try to get it out of my freaking arms.
Yeah.
Rip that damn thing off. But I mean, that's how I used to do that. So I've done that actually a couple times at Sportsman's. So you're gonna hate me too. I did this a couple of weeks ago. I took my ammo and then I looked over there and went, I don't have that caliber. Oh, that's one more box that I'm allowed to. I don't care. And I'm gonna carry around and I try to make phone calls. If you can make it here in 5 minutes, I've got some ammo.
Well, I mean, you got to it first, so
yeah, but I'm carrying more than I'm allowed to buy.
Oh, I got you.
And I kind of just keep it in my arm,
Right.
So I don't know if that's kosher. I'm one of those guys.
I mean, I've got a list of people that have asked me to notify them when we get stuff on the shelf. Right?
Me.
And you're on my list, but it's like I've got people that I don't even know. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I write their stuff down and I'm like, sure, I'll let you know. And I'm like, I'm never gonna call these people.
Yeah. I'm really just in it for the primers.
Like by the time I call you and
it's
you
gonna
come
be
in, it's gonna
gone.
be gone.
Yeah.
And I can't hold it for you. So
Yeah. You gotta give him. Mark likes cash.
and candy. I don't know.
A Snickers bar and $100 bill. And he'll do whatever you need him to for ammo.
No, yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
I've
no,
got
he doesn't
my
do
ammo
that.
and
Yeah.
I'm at the point now where I'm like, yeah, everybody's on their own.
I'm still getting, as much as I've talked about it, I am still getting my 3,000 rounds I ordered before this, and I'm still getting it for the good price.
Yeah, good.
I'm just waiting because a guy before me, a buddy of mine called Levi, he listens to this podcast sometimes. He ordered after me. His buddy ordered before me. Now I don't know how many people are in between us. Then I ordered, and then I'm sure some more people ordered, and then my buddy Levi ordered.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit Levi up, and I was like, man, am I still getting this for the did they take our money, Levi? Did they already take the money? I think they did. And he goes, no, they did. I'm pretty sure they did. He's like, my buddy just got his ammo and he never said that they jacked the price up on him. So that guy got it. So I'm hoping maybe by Christmas it'll just show up.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you, right?
Yeah, I will not, at this rate, I will not say no to 3,000 rounds at like freaking 15 cents a round.
Right.
That is going to be the best Christmas ever.
And that's something we were talking about the other day is used to be 16 cents a round, 15, 16 cents a round.
Oh, I know. It's
for their whole loaded round, everything, right?
Yeah.
Now it's 20 cents for a primer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know places where, and we talk about it, and people are going to get sick of this. Hey, look I got a comment. Oh, sweet. Tell them good job. Comment.
Yes. Good job.
Good job, Kylan. Kylan is my nephew. He's in the military, and I think he's in North Carolina. I could be wrong. But no, so I found a place where I can buy primers. 3,500 primers at a time, but they're wanting like 20, it's like 20, almost 20 cents a primer. I just can't bring myself to spend 20 cents a primer. I will not give up that website to anyone.
Yeah.
Not that there's not a million people that probably already have it anyway.
Right.
But I'd be honest with you, I look at it every single day.
Yep.
Every single day.
I found a website that had 500 count, 9 mil. They had it in stock.
Yeah. How much?
90 cents a round.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I'm like, well, that's cool. At least I found some in stock, but no, I'm not buying it.
Yeah. And so the thing with the primers is not only would I pay 20 cents a round, but then I got to pay, I believe there's like some kind of, I've never ordered like reloading stuff online, but I imagine there's some kind of crazy hazmat fee that goes with it.
Yeah. When we do a powder order, we order a lot of powder because
the hazmat fee is going to be the same regardless, right?
Yeah. So that's why we order a lot that we were not
Right.
paying hazmat fee every time,
So I haven't got to the point where I'm ready to actually. It's been about a month or so since I actually did some probably 2 months since I actually did some reloading. But I'm getting everything prepped up, and hopefully by next weekend I'll be in loading territory again. I need to get some primers prepped. I need to get some powder coating going on my bullets. I've probably got 2,000 or 1,000 or probably closer to 2,000 lead cast. You see them sitting in those buckets?
Yep, I do.
I've got quite a few, so I'm ready to rumble. Yeah, I just got to get it done. So
they were well, you guys talked about this, I think, a couple episodes ago.
Hit us up again, man. I'm going to interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
So we are going to talk about some of the stuff going on in the news. I promise you we will. But frankly, I know that stuff's really important. The president, all this, and we will touch on that. But I am getting so so tired of that crap. I'm choked up about it. I am getting so tired of that stuff. So I'm going to try to find something else, something fun to talk about. Are we on the same page with that?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so
I hate it.
So go on, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that crazy stuff we hear every day anyway.
So you guys brought up the Vista Outdoor Group, where they had $1 billion worth of orders in. They're like a year behind. And
right.
Well, I mean, yes, that's happening, but take into account that there's still people grabbing ammo up like crazy. So as long as people are continuing to do that, it's going to make it worse. So they're a year behind now. If everybody's continuing this pace that we're on, as I call it, it's going to be 2 years behind here before we know it.
But no one's going to stop though.
Yes, but people are causing their own problem.
Demise, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's
so the solution to the problem cannot be worse than the problem.
And as soon and maybe it's true. Maybe it's I mean, because the more you talk about it, the more you talk about government stuff, the more you talk about the possibility of what's coming, you're just going to continue to. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm not stopping. I'm not going to go get price gouged, right? But I'm not going to pay $1 a round unless that's where it goes, all of it. But if I see a little ammo on the shelf, I'm going to go buy my allotted amount. I'll be 100% honest with you. I'm not going to be shy. I'm going to go in if I've got the money and I'm going to buy my allotted amount. Now, I'm not bringing in my, kids and my mom and my dad and my wife, and they're each getting their allotted amount. Well, hang on. Let me back up. I haven't yet.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I mean, I'm just, if it's there, I'm going to buy my allotted amount. I hate to say it, but that's what I'm going to do because
I'm pretty much done buying. I mean, I'm sitting on a lot of stuff. The only thing I would buy is 40, but I'm not really that desperate for it. So
no one should be desperate for 40.
Wow.
You're desperate if you
I only have
40.
140. So, and technically right now
it's a 9.
It's a 9 because I've got the 9 barrel in it. So
I don't know, man. The more you talk about it's going to be a year out. It's going to be a year and a half out. Now I'm hearing 2 to 3 years.
And it's just going to keep continuing that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
it eventually what's going to happen, I think, is people are going to, it's just like it happens every year. Every time that there's a run on guns and ammo, most people go out, these people that are buying huge amounts of it, right? And huge amounts of guns and ammo and all this stuff. What are they doing? They're going out and and I don't care how you do it. You do you, right? But they're going out and they're putting it all on their credit card. And what happens, they're going to hold on to it. And I don't know, here next year sometime, they're going to need to pay some bills or taxes are going to come due, or they're going to decide they can't make that payment on the credit card. And what are they going to do? They're going to start letting stuff go and it's going to flood the market. The prices are going to go down. Am I wrong there?
Yeah.
I mean, at least for firearms.
That's what's going to happen. And on firearms especially. But something else that might happen would be, crud. I don't know where I'm going with this.
It's a big uprising. We have to use the ammo.
No, well, that's the thing is a lot of people aren't using it. They're buying it
sitting at their house
to turn a profit on it.
Right.
So, I mean,
that's
the guys that are buying it from our store are buying it at a still fairly reasonable price. And then they're turning around and selling
making like 145% off of it.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Kudos to you guys for not
We
raising your
are
prices.
completely. I mean, this. I love capitalism, but capitalism.
Don't say it. Don't say
Sometimes
it. Do
will
not
just-
say it. Don't
just
say it.
kills.
Don't. No.
I mean,
Night. Are you liberal?
no,
you can't
it
say
kills
it.
the
No, you
the
can't say it. Don't say
normal like our retail. You know, like it just,
I get it, but you know what? If I had a small business and I had ammo and I could get people to come in at no problems, and I could advertise that I had 20,000 rounds of ammo and I could get almost $1 a round for it, and I knew that I was going to sell out in 2 hours, you're damn right I'd sell it.
right, and that's capitalism, which
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it, but at the same time, it's hurting everybody. Everybody that's participating in it is hurting themselves.
Yeah, but you got to get.
So
I know what you're saying.
yeah. So
But as small business,
I'm not like opposed to it. I'm just saying it's a vicious cycle.
It is.
It's just gonna
Spiral out of
it's gonna
control.
spiral out of control.
Oh, what do you mean? It's going
already
to.
is.
What do you mean it's
It already
going
is.
to. I have people sign up for class and they're like, they text me. I tell them, hey, you're gonna have trouble finding ammo. You need to start looking now.
Yeah.
And then I get a text a week out. You know what? I went to town today. I didn't realize the ammo situation was that bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's
There's
really
a lot of people still living under a rock.
It's bad. It's not good.
And now
people.
toilet paper is starting again.
Toilet paper is gone.
Yeah.
Is gone.
I don't get it. I'm just like this. In my lifetime, I never thought I would see the day.
Oh,
Stuff
man.
that people are hoarding is, oh my gosh.
It's amazing. But
Yeah.
pretty soon we're gonna run out of bacon.
That better never happen, because there's going to be a war if that happens.
So, oh man. Trying to think of what else. Let me look at my list here. I tried to get organized. I had a class today.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this.
Okay.
I had a class today, and this is gonna take us into something else. I had a class today, and I had like 6 people show up, and there about 4 of them were pretty new shooters. Yeah, 3 to 4 of them. And it was a whole family group. And I tell you what, when families sign up to take a private class from me, or even groups of friends, but families are a lot of fun. It was a mom, a dad. It was their 2 of their kids, and then their I can't remember now. I think it was the son-in-law and daughter-in-law or something. I don't know how that worked, but I'm bad with names and whatever. But they were all related. It was a big family group. It was absolutely fantastic. We had so much fun. And we got out there, and Magnum, if he's listening, he may or may not be. Magnum came by and helped me out. I asked you first, but you were busy.
Yeah.
And Magnum came by and he helped me out. And Magnum's he's real into his red dots, right? I mean, this guy is going to mount a freaking red dot on a 1911. Is awesome. I mean, that's cool. If you want to desecrate a 1911, I am all for it. I will cheer you. Yeah.
I'm going to put a red dot on the ketchup bottle so I know exactly where I'm squirting
Sweet,
onto the hot dog or the hamburger.
I'm going to put a red dot on my assault gun.
Oh, yeah, your bug assault. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, if I had one of those. But anyhow, so at the very end, they got done shooting, and they're all really good shots. And we thought we'd let him shoot the steel. And Magnum was there, and he didn't mind offering his gun up, and they had some of the ammo, and so they had some 9mm ammo. So they all got to try out his SIG, and they ran a red dot for the first time. That was so much fun for them. They enjoy. I tell you what, they were pinging that still.
Yeah.
Pinging that still. It was funny though.
Ping.
And they were hitting it 5. They were kind of conserving their ammo, so 5 rounds per person, and they were hitting it all 5 times. The interesting part was the dad got up there and he had an old Ruger, like the big bulky black grips. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't even know which
like
Ruger
P89
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like P89. And he got up. He didn't want to use the red dot. So he used that and bang, bang, bang. He didn't miss, man.
Yeah.
And so I made him use the red dot. So you got to use the red dot. Here, I'll give you 5 rounds of ammo because he was conserving. And he gets up there and he misses all 5 times. But he hit it with the open sights.
Nice.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But they were, and I'll tell you what, for the ones that were beginners, they absolutely loved the red dot. There was a gal there that was shooting, the mom of the group, and she had some problems with her eyes. One was weak, one was strong, and she had a hard time shutting her eyes. She couldn't do it, or something was going on. And I don't, when someone tells me they got something going on, I don't ask questions, just let them let me know, you know? So she got up there and I didn't know how this red dot was going to work for her. Right. But I tell you what, she loved it. It actually worked for her really well because if you have problems with your sight, your vision or whatever, red dots work out great. Mm-hmm. Now I think everyone, I'm shifting gears. So I don't think you should start out with a red dot. I think you need to learn your irons. You need to always know your irons. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, don't rely on the
don't rely on the red dot. And what Magnum was saying is, he's telling them, he's like, if you lose the red dot, he's like, line the irons up and the red dot will appear. You see what I'm saying? So you got to rely on both. And but at the end of class, you hand them a red dot and you take him back a little ways and you have them ping still. And when they start hitting it, man, that confidence goes through the roof.
Yeah.
I mean, they absolutely were just on top of the world.
Yeah.
And so I think it's time for me.
Here it comes.
To finally get my red dot mounted on my VP9. And I've been how long? I bought that thing like 2.5 months ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. And did you expect me to get it mounted right away?
No, I thought you'd buy it and then you'd be like him hauling around just like you are.
Just like I am.
And then I'm going to be the last guy to get one because I'm like totally anti red dots.
Well,
But having said that, I am the guy that has never shot a handgun with a red dot on it.
You've never shot a red dot?
No.
Good.
So
no
I mean,
way.
I do. I have them on my AR.
Well,
but no, I've never done it on a handgun. So for me to say that I'm never going to do it,
why?
I've never actually tried it.
Why now? I tell you that I'm going to mill because I guess I'm holding off getting my slide milled, right? I mean, that's just what I'm doing. And it's kind of because I want someone to cut into my slide. First of all, I don't want to send it away and have it be gone for freaking 2 weeks. It cost me a lot of money. So this is a guy that I saw some of his work, and I may be going to visit him, and he's really, really reasonable. And he does pretty good work because I saw some of the stuff he's did on Magnums. So I'm thinking I may give him a go. That's still a little scary to me, right? I'm handing you my carry gun.
Right.
And I want you to cut into the slide, remove I'm like, that scares me.
Yeah. You're jumping into a whole new ball of wax. It
scares me. And is that why you haven't done it yet?
Yeah. Because I'm really, and don't get me wrong, I don't think it's not a value issue. It's just, I bought the guns as they are. I don't want to modify them other than like triggers or something like that.
Right.
To make them altered where I can't go back the other way. Like the triggers and stuff, I can put the old ones back in.
Right.
I can put all the old components back on my AR that I've taken off. But when you start machining something, you can't undo that. So that's what scares me. Well, so if I'm going to get an optic, I'm going to buy a gun that's already ready for an optic.
I went for many, many years, and I wouldn't even do the trigger in my gun. And I don't know, I kind of finally did it the other day. And now I'm like, what the hell took me so long?
Yeah.
That was the best upgrade ever. And now I'm looking at this red dot. And honestly, I think when I have a class and I see red dots coming to class that are mounted on Sky pistols.
Yeah.
It tells me that why did they do that before me? I'm behind. I'm way behind. When you can go out and you can buy a SCCY or a Sky is what we call them, Sky pistol packaged with a red dot on it.
Yeah.
I'm way behind the curve. And I shouldn't be way behind the curve. The guy that shows up to class with a Sky pistol with a red dot mounted on it, that dude is further ahead than me.
Yeah, but look who he was shooting. He gave it to his wife to shoot.
Yeah, but he's further ahead than me. I mean, do you see what I'm saying?
I see.
I mean, I'm the instructor.
Mounted,
Why am I so far behind?
I don't know that you're behind though, because I think your gun the gun itself is better than that whole package.
Yeah, but it's still. I need.
By the way, I think he came in the store the other day. So.
Oh, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He's just.
I think
he's a newer gun owner.
He was looking to
an easy
380. Yeah.
He wants two of them.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's the guy then.
He wants a tall guy.
He was asking. He thought maybe him like he'd get a 9 and then he'd get the 380 for his wife. So,
Yeah. Good guy.
yeah, he was a nice guy, but
He's learned.
he's telling me all this experience and stuff. I'm like, I've heard this before.
Yeah. You tell him. Todd told me about
Yeah, well,
that.
he's like, I just took a class with Todd, and I said, oh yeah, I know Todd. I know him pretty well, actually.
But anyhow, so that I might wait till after Thanksgiving week. Because I know that'll slow down my gun getting done. So I might just go in the week after and say,
Take it.
Here
please.
it is. Do it as quickly as you
Like,
can.
Look away.
That's my carry gun. And you know what I just realized? I don't have any.
You don't have a backup carry gun for while you're.
I don't. I do. I have guns.
Oh.
I do not have another appendix carry holster.
Oh.
For any of my other
gun. Yeah.
And I need to probably sit down and invest some money into more appendix carry holsters for my guns. Because honestly, I'm kind of out of luck. I'm going to have to go back, and they aren't bad, but I'm going to have to go back to my crossbreed.
Oh, no.
I am, dude. There's the thing. I get one gun that I like.
Yeah.
And that's the one I carry. Right. So I get one holster and I'm freaking happy.
Well, it's understandable because I think like most of us are like that. I mean, I've got a stack of holsters on top of my safe and I only use the one holster.
So
the guns, I mean, I've got lots of guns, but I only carry one.
So Rock Custom Holsters, if you're listening.
Oh, there you go.
I need some holsters.
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to. No, I'm willing to pay, I guess.
I'm not willing to pay. Maybe do some trade, you know?
Yeah. So let's check this out. What did Kylan, my nephew Kylan, what did he say? What are your views and opinions on Roni conversions for handguns? Do you have any idea what that is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, explain, because I just don't know what it's called.
So a Roni is pretty much like
macaroni.
Well,
I haven't had dinner yet.
It's kind of a play on the Ronin concept, like the rogue samurai.
I have a Ronin holster.
So yeah, well, that's
go on.
The name.
I'll leave you alone.
So the Roni is basically you take a Glock or a handgun or something, and you stick it inside of this exoskeleton type thing. You still are using the Glock primarily as the gun, but it's almost like you're adding a stock and like a whole conversion.
It's a rifle.
Yeah, you're turning it into a short barrel rifle, which is going to be
probably illegal soon.
Well, probably, and you're going to have to get a tax stamp for it and everything.
Yeah, for that big chunk of plastic.
I think the Roni conversions are pretty cool. The only thing I don't like is that you have to put it or get a tax stamp for it.
So how much are the Roni conversions? You don't have to get a tax stamp yet, though, or you do.
You will, yeah, because it basically turns it into a short barrel rifle. So because you're adding a stock to it, and it's the barrel's short.
Gotcha.
It's short enough it doesn't qualify.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I don't know how much they are. I've kind of looked into them, but it was a long time ago.
They're cool though, right?
They are cool. I mean, I kind of like them, but I don't know that I'd ever do one.
Is it practical?
Well,
yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say they're around 300 is what I would guess. But
it's literally your handgun is the barrel.
Yeah, it's literally the handgun.
It's not like I think there's some of them you can actually stick the handgun into a. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's basically your handgun is still the gun, but
gotcha. But it's
adding like a stock and stuff to it, but it's all
gotcha.
It's not just the stock. It's kind of a whole conversion into a rifle thing.
Gotcha.
But you don't have to take your gun apart to do it.
But it doesn't add another barrel onto it.
No, you just stick the gun into it.
Gotcha. So. I think I've seen those. I just didn't know what they call them. I'm not the brightest bulb.
I mean, I think they're cool. I think the concept is great. I just don't like the tax stamp part of it.
Why not just get why not just buy yourself like a Keltec, like carbine
CMR 30, 22 mag.
Or just what's is it not like sub 2000?
Sub 2000s.
Those are fun.
Ruger security or
security.
PC carbines.
Those are fun, and those aren't really that much money, are they?
They're not that bad. Like my sub 2000 was like $450.
Those are the ones that they all fold up.
It folds up and stuff.
So you can get that in like a 9mm,
and it'll take the Glock mags, and I mean, it's fun and all.
It's a good way to burn up ammo.
Yeah. I still like the looks of the Roni. I think they're really cool looking, but
gotcha.
And then essentially you almost have two guns, but you're only using one gun. So
Interesting.
Yeah, kind of like when you get a, conversion barrel.
Yeah,
That's the
Mark.
way I justify it. I don't know. Getting 2 guns out of this deal.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. It's the same
You're
gun.
getting one useful gun and the other one's just crap. That's what it is.
I don't think I've even fired that 40 barrel yet. So
Really?
yeah, I've just left the 9 in it.
Jeez.
So
you know what's available right now is I was looking and you can buy the parts to actually build a rifle.
what kind of rifle?
Like an AR. You can still
okay.
buy those parts, are plentiful.
Some places, yeah.
The one place I went, they still had them.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I just thought I found that fascinating.
Yeah, I know there's like lower parts kits and all this stuff out there. The main thing that
I figured they'd be all gone.
I was not seeing too much of was like lowers. I didn't see a whole lot of lowers out there. But
I got some lowers.
oh,
We got to whisper. I got some lowers.
so yeah, I mean, there's some cool stuff that you can build.
Do you have a jig?
No, I don't.
Damn it.
Yeah, and see, that's one of the things that they're.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I don't have them. I don't know.
No, I'm not gonna. I
You're
know we don't
ratting
wanna
me
go
out.
there, but I know Biden's already pushing for 80% to be
I know.
gone.
So if you've got any of this stuff and that goes through, immediately you are a felon.
Yeah, which I don't know. There's got to be some kind of thing that prevents that from happening. Like you can't just instantly change the law and
Sure
make
you can.
somebody a criminal like that.
Why not? They did it with bump stocks. Oh, guess what?
Isn't there a grandfather thing?
Guess what?
Something?
Guess
There
what?
should be.
Guess
What's
what?
that?
Trump did it with bump stocks.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah.
So if the almighty God Trump can do it, Biden can do it.
Oh, of course he can, and he's going to. His guns are Beto O'Rourke's
I'm going to
do
get
it.
backlash for that comment.
So I think it's cool you can build ARs still. In fact, I think that's the best way to go, honestly,
Yeah,
because
I'm not that smart.
you can kind of like, piece
what
it
you
together,
want.
do what
Yeah.
you want. Yeah. From the get go, you're not buying one and stripping it down, putting parts on it. Cause that costs you a lot more money that way.
Right. I got another question for you. How long is it, do you think, until you guys sell that PMR 22 long rifle looking space gun in the bottom of your cabinet over there?
I don't know.
That thing's been sitting there for
It's been there a while.
long time.
And we actually have a couple more in the back. So
Those ones aren't selling.
yeah, the CP33s.
Those things are weird looking.
They're weird looking. They look like a blaster from Star Wars.
They
but
do. Why do you think they made those so weird looking?
It's Keltec.
Versus the PMR 30s. Why didn't they just make it look like the PMR 30s, but
I don't know.
22 long rifle?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the PMR 30s like sell fast.
Right. It's surprisingly, it's a really well balanced gun.
It's
weird looking.
What are you balancing with a 22 long rifle?
Well, I mean, once you get 33 rounds in it, I mean, it's not like super heavy, but it does have weight to it.
Such a weird. It's almost like a little rifle.
Yeah, it is. It's very little rifle, but you just don't shoulder it, I guess.
Unless you Roni converted it.
Well, I think Keltec is pretty much, that's all they do is Roni convert stuff. If you look at some of their guns, that's what it looks like.
All right. Hey, you know what? Those Keltecs, they work for George Zimmerman.
Ooh. You know what's crazy
And then
about
his
that whole
life
thing
destroyed after that.
is that I can't remember what it was that he had. He had like a 9mm, like a.
It was a Keltec PF9.
Yeah. The P.
What was it he had? What did he have?
Yeah, it was a 9.
It was the PF9, right?
I can't remember if it's PF9, whatever. Anyway, they sold that gun that was used
for a lot of money.
They sold it at auction for like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
That is horrible. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's been used it was used
They
in
killed
the
somebody killed somebody with that gun, and you're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for it?
They did.
That is crazy.
It's a piece of Second Amendment history.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. That's
and then
insane.
that guy's life went to hell after that.
Oh, well, yeah, I think he did a lot of it to himself, though.
Yeah, I think he did too.
So he didn't do himself any favors, that's for sure.
No. What did Kylan say? Hey, Kylan's the only one commenting today, and I love that. It says, I recently picked up a Diamondback DB15 with the M-Lock floating handguard, and I need to take it to the range.
Yep, that's what we did a class on those guns, actually.
That's the one you had.
Yeah, the two. He had 2 of them actually. So
those are decent rifles, right?
Yeah, they're a pretty decent rifle.
So I don't have, I've never shot one of those, but I do have a little experience with the handgun, the Diamondback DB9.
Yeah, the
And
DB9.
what a piece of crap that thing is that I love to hate.
I call it the hand jumper.
Oh my gosh. That is we talked about the Sky pistol being violent. That DB9, that's a violent little gun.
It about jumps right out of your hands.
I still need to, I'm going to master that gun. I'm going to master it.
Yeah.
Actually,
You
I think
got pretty good with it. I think
I'm only a little off, but I just think that honestly, I think it's just, the sights are just off on that thing. There's something wrong with that thing. I cannot hit the freaking bullseye, and I'm okay at hitting the bullseye with a handgun.
Yeah.
I cannot get that thing to go where I want it.
What I think is funny is you just reminded me of something. It's like all the people that come in and I think my sights are off.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I get some of those people in my permit classes. They'll pull me aside, and it's great, and they usually are pretty good. But they always think they come in and go, they're like, I think my sights are off. Can you look at my sights? I said, well, let me watch you shoot for a minute. We're going to try a couple other things before we start knocking your sights around.
Right.
And it's usually not. Well, it's never their sights.
Right.
And I'm not picking on people, but people shoot, and they've been shooting for years, and they fall into bad habits, which they then translates into bad muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
And they, whether it be trigger, typically they're probably not pressing the trigger correctly, or their grip is way off. That's how I usually see it. So there was a guy, and I've told the story before years ago. Isn't that weird when I say years ago? We've been doing this podcast for, it's got to be at least 3 years.
Yeah. And we're still 68?
I have.
We'll get there.
We're slowly growing. Actually,
we haven't been doing YouTube live.
No, I'll be honest with you on our
yeah.
downloads, and this isn't huge, right? This is not huge. It's huge for us. We are consistently at about 250 downloads now.
That's good. That's good for us.
In like a week. So that's pretty damn good for us.
Yeah.
But anyhow, we'll back up. So there was my church group was going out to shoot at my parents' house, right? And they called me up because it was on the range that I had dug out there. And 68 is better than, yes, it is. Yeah. 68 is better than none. I'd rather have 68 than 67.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I had the church group come out, and they were going to shoot at my parents' house, and they called me out there to just kind of be safety, right, and help where I can help wherever I could. I don't mind doing that. I enjoy doing that. I love doing that. And this was right when the 380 EZs had come out.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy shows up with the 380 EZ, and he's great. He's old farmer, great guy. And he comes up to me and he's like, yeah, I just got this gun. And I'm looking at this gun. Something looks off about this 380 EZ. And he's like, I tell you what, I can't believe it. It came from the factory and the sights were off. And he goes, it took me a while to get them adjusted in, but man, I got this sucker dialed in. And I'm looking, and one sight's way over here, the other sight's way over here.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the sights are totally
way overcompensating.
Yeah, like horrible.
Yeah.
He's like, it looks funny, but it shoots on. And he's shooting it, and yeah, he's shooting it dead on.
Yeah.
And he goes, you want to shoot it? And I'm like, sure, I'm going to shoot it. I was like, I'm going to shoot it the way these sights are lined up.
Right.
Way off.
Mm-hmm.
Like way off. And his son knew it had happened. I didn't want to say anything because it wasn't like my class. I was just there for safety.
Mm-hmm.
And and his son comes up to me. He's like, yeah, he messed those sights all up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah. He goes, he probably needs to like do something about his shooting. I said, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I didn't. He was a good guy. I tried to help him out where he could, but I chuckle at that every time someone says, my sights are off.
Yeah.
Very rarely are you going to get a gun from the factory with sights that are out of whack.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. I mean, it's just not going to happen.
That's stuff you hear. I'm just going on. I don't know. Maybe we're just going off topic, but
I don't even care. Just go.
This is
better than the political crap.
So this is something that you hear in class is the my sights are off type thing. What I hear at the gun counter a lot is, I'm a gunsmith. or B, I'm a Marine Scout sniper.
What? I am a gunsmith too.
Or I was a Marine Scout sniper, right?
I'm a gunsmith too with my Dremel tool. Give me Dremel tool. I will fix any of your guns, Mark.
Yeah, no,
Not
thanks.
mine. So a Marine Scout sniper.
Yeah, so this was happening the other day. This kid comes up and he's like, "Oh yeah, me and my roommate were Marines, or we were in the Marines." I'm like, well, first of all, Marines, once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. You don't say you were.
Right.
And that's the way they act. So I instantly knew, okay, no, he's not.
He's been playing too much Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's all it was Call of Duty. And then he's like, "What's that gun up there?" He's looking at this big old Ruger Precision,
Right.
And he's all talking about stuff and I ask him, I'm like, "So did you get your hog's tooth?" And he's like, "Yeah."
What the hell? I don't even know they explain what that is.
I'm like, "Yeah, okay, well, that tells me everything I need to know."
What is that? I don't know what it is.
When they graduate their sniper, school, basically they get their hog's tooth. So it was
is it a hog's tooth or something?
No, it's a bullet.
Bat?
It's a bullet.
Okay. See,
So,
I don't know.
So
I'm not claiming to be a Marine Scout
usually
sniper.
a 308 bullet, and it stands for Hunter of Gunmen.
Okay.
So the bullet that you wear is basically I can't remember how it goes, but it's like the story is the sniper, the enemy sniper is out looking to shoot you, and that's the bullet that was meant for you or something because you killed him or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
So he said, yeah, he had it.
Yeah, but he questioned, like he said yes in a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Of course I do.
And he just sat there like, and I'm just like, whatever. I hear it all the time.
Would they even wear it after they get out typically?
I don't know. They probably would.
Anyhow, so how'd the story go? Keep going.
So I mean, I don't want to just like blatantly call the guy out, but it's pretty obvious that he's just Call of Duty,
right?
Sitting in his chair at home thinking he is what he is,
eating Cheetos, and we know the rest of that.
Beanbag chair, underwear, yeah.
Oh shoot, there go the listeners. Okay,
no, but it's just, I mean, stuff like that irritates me. The gunsmith thing, you get a lot of instructors or whatever, out here. No, like people that are instructors that are taking your class or whatever, and they're usually the ones that are always messing up. Or that's I mean, stuff you hear at the gun counter and stuff you see.
Yes.
In your business.
Yes. So I've been doing this and I've been doing that.
Exactly.
Like, really, you have? Because it does not show.
Exactly. I don't know, stuff like that. I still am going to work at the gun counter, but man, that really,
it's exciting over there at the gun counter.
It really just like irritates you sometimes though.
So what about, do you remember, and I don't want to get you in trouble picking on anything that happens at the gun counter, telling stories. I don't even know the person's name, but remember that kid that came in and he was looking for a gun for his wife? Remember I was in there and he said, he said he was like ex-military or something like that. And I'm trying to remember. Maybe you can fill in the blanks for me.
I can't remember the whole
but
thing,
he was looking, he
about.
wanted a gun so his wife could shoot someone in the head. Remember that?
Yeah. That was really weird.
Really weird.
Yeah. I think he was just like overly excited.
He was very overly, but he wanted to buy his wife a rifle, one that she could shoot someone in the head with.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, dude.
Yeah. I looked at you and I'm like, did he really just say what I think he just said?
And I'm over there. It's fun to hang out by the gun counter and just like listen to people.
Oh yeah. There's some really crazy stuff that,
sometimes your boss comes over there and he kind of like looks at him like, good grief, dude, are you here again? You ever gonna buy anything? And I never know if he's gonna get mad and kick me out.
As long as I'm helping the other customers, I don't think he has a problem.
Oh shoot! Sometimes I help the other customers.
Well, yeah, that's true because that guy was asking the other day about classes. So.
And I want to get in here, and this is not a dig on anyone military. I promise you, Kylan, I'm not picking on you or anything like that. But I ran into a gentleman over the last couple of weeks. He's an older guy, right? And someone was telling him that I do concealed carry classes and I'm a handgun instructor. And I have to laugh, I have to smile a little bit. And he's like, I don't need my concealed carry permit. I've already got it. I was in the military. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think that's right. Here's the thing. And I know, for example, I know my nephew Kylan up there, he went and I believe he qualified or did something because I think he was doing military police. I could be wrong, Kylan, and I'm so sorry. But so he had to learn how to use a handgun and, do all kinds of stuff. But 9 times out of 10, your basic military guy is not really going to have to deal with a handgun much. Am I correct? I mean, military stuff.
A little, yeah. I mean, they'll have sidearm maybe, but they're not going to be using.
And a lot of times, just because you're in the military doesn't mean, I'm not saying you're horrible, but doesn't mean concealed carry handgun type stuff. You just don't. But some of these older guys, I don't need it. I was in the military. I'm like, well, did you carry a handgun or rifle? And typically it's going to be the rifle. Right. And I'm like, you probably kick my butt with the freaking rifle because I know this much about rifle. Zero. I mean, I know a little bit, but zero about rifle. Yeah. Right. I can help you shoot the rifle, but I'm not the guy to make you do all the cool John Wick moves with that thing. I do not know how to do mag flips. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. But don't
mag flips, yeah.
Don't tell me, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Don't tell me that, just because you're in the military, you know how to use a handgun. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Most of the time you don't really. Am I going too far saying that?
It's not necessarily a qualifier. I mean,
right.
Just because you have a computer doesn't mean that you're
right.
An IT specialist or something.
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily make you a qualifier. Yes, it's a good thing because they do train.
They do.
But there might be a different type of training. It's not a concealed, you're not going over the laws of what you can and can't do. It doesn't give you a license to kill just because you're in the military.
Sure does.
So there's still laws and there's still rules.
Yeah. What I really enjoy is the people that come and I did this. I was in the Merchant Marines. And I sold, you know what I'm talking about now. And I was an instructor and this and that, and you probably did. And I instructed down in California, you probably did. I tell you what, when you come and you take the class, I do not pick on you, but I watch you. And those are the people that talk the most about what they've done, are the ones that know zero safety, the ones that have the most problems, the ones that don't listen, are the ones that jerk the freaking trigger, are the ones that are teacupping the gun. I mean, honestly, you've seen it.
Yeah, they're usually the ones that make the most mistakes.
They're waving the gun around. I'm like, what are you doing? It's just really interesting. It's just really,
and it's funny because they're usually there with their wife too. I've noticed that
they like to show off a little bit.
I've noticed that quite a bit.
So I don't know. It's interesting to me.
I don't know why we got on that topic, but
it's just what it is. I'll be honest with you, folks. I am trying to avoid the political part of this thing that we're going to have to talk about today. I really am, because I read about it all week. I talk about it with all my buddies. I've gone into the store and talked to Mark about it. He is my buddy. So I talked to Mark about it, talk about it on the radio station. I talk about it with my wife. People ask me questions all the time about it, which I'm fine. Get a hold of me. I'll discuss it. I get fed up. I'm ready to go back to just basic. This is how you grip the gun. This is how you shoot the gun. What's your favorite handgun? If you had $500, what would you buy right now? If you know what I'm saying? Kind of the carefree, the fun and carefree kind of days. You remember those days?
Right.
And everything's flooded. I'm ready to go back and talk about our story, the two morons in Arkansas that convinced each other they were part of some secret operation and they shot each other with their freaking 22s. Remember those stories?
Yeah.
Remember
Florida Man, stuff like that.
You don't hear about Florida Man anymore. You don't hear about any of that good stuff anymore. Frankly, I'm tired. I'm tired of talking about something.
Rightfully so. I mean, we're just getting bombarded with it every day.
I don't want the Patriot Defense podcast to become the freaking COVID podcast.
Right.
I don't want it to become the Who is President podcast.
Right.
I don't, but we do have to touch on it a little bit.
And that's the thing, is I see that every day on the news. This many deaths, this many positive cases, this many. I'm like, why are we still even keeping track? I really don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just don't. So, I mean, why that's all they talk about on the news. There's nothing good on the news anymore.
Yeah.
There's no good stories out there.
Well, like Sarah says, she says, most of us are tired of it. She wishes that she could be practicing her nursing skills and not just verbalizing them. She's like, she's paying to learn and it sucks. Yeah. I mean, I get it. And it just takes it. I'll be honest with you. Here we go. Not talking about guns again. And this is how it happens. But we're going to give you probably another 10 minutes or maybe even 15 minutes or whatever of this. Okay. You know, the mental aspect that all this is taking on people is absolutely crazy. And I'll be honest with you, you just don't realize the toll it's taking on you. And the other day, just listening to absolutely, and we're going to go deep here for Todd. Okay. Maybe you call me a wacko. I don't know. But it was a couple weeks ago and I'm just sitting there and I'm just like feeling, I mean, my business is going pretty good. I'm happy. I'm running. All that family life's great. Grandkids, another grandkid on the way. I got a lot of good stuff going on. But just hearing about this stuff all the time and thinking what's going to happen next and what mask mandate are they going to try to throw on us next and what is the governor going to say next. And, you know, I got everyday stresses and then I start thinking about that. I just really started to feel overwhelmed. And I for a couple of days, I was like down in a low. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You kind of get in this slump. You're not negative, but you're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
You're just like, I can't freaking take this anymore. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense. I went through it just not that long ago. I mean, I'm better now. I feel better, but and a lot of it's because I took a break from social media. Like I cut Facebook out for quite a while.
Right.
And I think that helped me out a lot. I mean,
yeah, and I would like to, but it's kind of how I run my business.
Right,
so I'm on there quite a bit.
That's understandable.
And sometimes I don't post much on Patriot Defense like I should. And I probably just need to focus on the stuff that makes me happy and maybe the teaching aspect of it. But I just get sucked in and I'm just like, man, I'm not that I'm going to do anything harsh. Right. Don't get me wrong, but you just feel overwhelmed.
Yeah. And I
hate to say the word, you almost feel a little depressed.
Yeah. I cut back a lot of stuff. Some of the pages that I liked or that I was on Facebook, I went through a lot of them and just got rid of them.
Right.
Because
it's crazy.
My beliefs are very much in line with a lot of the stuff I was seeing on Facebook, but I felt like because I was constantly bombarding myself with it, it was actually more detrimental than it was helpful.
Right.
So I cut a lot of that stuff out.
I get it. And I don't know about you, and I don't want to get into the whole mask side of things. Me and Tarv have hashed that out numerous times, but even just seeing everybody in masks, seeing my kids have to put on masks is heartbreaking to me. And it just kills my soul.
Well,
man.
I feel like I'm not even talking to a person anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of robots.
So here's
robots.
So here's the thing. You kind of feel with everything that's going on and then that on top, you kind of feel like you're alone.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Because the people that you know, like, I mean, I don't know how you felt coming in the store the other day, you know, where I'm sitting there talking to you with a mask. You can't see facial expressions.
Yeah.
You can't tell if somebody's smiling, if somebody's like, you know, snickering or doing whatever.
Right.
I mean, you can hear them, but it's just not the same. Like you're not picking up that person to person.
I'm laughing.
Interaction.
I promise you I'm laughing. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I don't have a mask on. So.
But that's the thing is some of these people are coming out, they're bringing masks that have some kind of saying or expression or design, or they're trying to make people feel good about it.
Right.
But
it's just,
I want to see your face.
Yeah.
That's what I really want to see.
Yeah. It really sucks. It's for me, it's a real problem. And I hope we can get past this sooner or later, but I don't want to take down the vibe of the podcast, but I just had to bring that up. I just had to vocalize that to a certain extent. It takes its toll on you. It really does.
There is a facial expression interaction, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
You get more out of that.
It's a personal interaction.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. So
okay, well, let's talk about some other cheery stuff. Did you hear about the mass shooting the other day?
Oh yeah,
it was in Wisconsin in that mall. Was it in that mall somewhere? It was in Wisconsin, I believe. And I was busy. I wasn't busy today. I avoided it today. So I didn't look up the details, but there was a little bit of a shooting thing in a mall. And I don't know if anyone actually died. I could be wrong. They may have. I didn't update the article, check the update on it, but I know there's numerous people that were wounded and hurt and they needed, help at a hospital, that kind of thing. But I think, and there was actually another one a few days earlier at some other place down in Texas, maybe, but it wasn't real big, but they locked down some schools and some different things. I think that you are going to see this more and more as we just hopefully someday figure out who the freaking president's going to be. And I don't know who it's going to be. I have an idea of who it's going to be. I know who I want it to be, and I'm going to say those don't necessarily jive.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. But the left has stated they want gun control. They want this. They want to come after mag restrictions. They want to do that. And I don't think they're going to come after it all at once. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. I think a lot of it is going to be based off of the 2 Senate seats out of Georgia, I believe it is.
In January, yeah.
And that's what we're going to figure out, right? If we can get those, I think we're going to be good. If we don't, I think stuff's going to move a lot quicker. But I think what's going to happen is and I hate to be this person that says they're doing it, they're making this happen, they're forcing these active shooters. This is all a big part of the plan. Well, honestly, I think it is.
Yeah.
Really weird. We haven't had any for probably almost a year.
Yeah. The stage is being set, though.
And then all of a sudden the stage is being set and you're starting to have these. And I know I was talking to Magnum the other day and he's like, I called it this would happen.
Yep.
Well, a few days before it happened, I looked at my wife and I said the same thing. I said, I think you're going to start seeing stuff.
Yep.
And that was about the time I was starting to feel like down in the dumps a little bit. I think you're going to start seeing this stuff from people. And then all of a sudden, bam, and here you go. They're setting the stage for gun control. They're trying to convince everybody. And I think they're going to have to work a lot harder this time to a certain extent because there's so many people on the left have gone out and they have bought guns and they have bought firearms.
The article I read the other day, there's a lot higher people that are against gun control now than there was before. So.
Yeah, I think I read that article and it's interesting. So, I mean, you're going to have a lot more people against it, I hope. Yeah. But they're setting the stage. They're giving people a reason why they need to be against this.
Yeah. Which to me, it's just a reason why I need to carry.
Yeah.
So
I think you're going to see more of these, knock on wood, but I think you're going to see more of these shootings, these active shooters. And
I don't want to go too far with this, but it's pretty convenient that like now there's this supposed vaccine that's like 95% effective coming out for this coronavirus thing. And I don't want to keep talking about this, but it just seems a little too convenient that it's coming out right after the election.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
So, and here's another thing I've talked about with Tarver, and I'd kind of would like your 2 cents on it. Maybe I mentioned this to everyone. If for some reason Trump pulls this thing out, don't know if he's going to, let's say he does. What kind of Trump are we going to have? Are we going to have the kind of Trump that takes bump stocks? Is that true side of Trump going to come out? Or are we going to have a Trump that's like, I got 4 more years. I can't run again after 4 more years. So I'm just going to go through and I am actually now going to drain the swamp. I'm actually now going to do something for the Second Amendment. I'm actually now going to build that wall. I'm going to do whatever I want for the next 4 years. And I'm going to do everything I said I was going to do. Are we going to see that? What do you think?
From what I've seen of Trump in his first 4 years, I think because of everything that's happened with the election, I think we're going to see a vindictive Trump. Like he's going to go after everyone. And I don't think that's the right way to go.
Right.
I think if he's really going to, make a statement or make history for himself, if he does pull this out somehow miraculously, he's going to have to do exactly opposite of what he's in the first 4 years.
Yeah.
As far as his attitude, and
he should just go for it.
He needs to cut Twitter. He needs to do all that stuff, and he needs to really concentrate on making this country.
Are we going to get better. National reciprocity? Are we going to get the Safe Hearing Act?
Yeah.
Is he going to go into the ATF and freaking clean house?
He needs to, because look who's already in the ATF.
Because I guarantee you, if he does not win, if Biden gets this, that's what it ends up. I guarantee you, they are going to, like I was talking to Magnum. This is Magnum's word. Just right out of Magnum, right out of James's mouth. I'm going to confuse people. He's got 2 names. Yes. They're going to load the ATF with people that are going to do their bidding.
Yeah.
Well, they're already in there anyway. They're already starting.
The thing of it is Biden's already in contact with the head of the ATF to do certain things. So
they're already getting stuff ready.
Yeah, they're already doing it. He's not even technically it yet. Because I mean, the electoral votes don't give them out until like December 14th or something. So
the libertarian side of me is going to come out. So what Trump needs to do is he needs to do away with the ATF. He needs to shut down, audit the Federal Reserve, shut that sucker down. We need to do away with taxes. We need to go back to states' rights. We need limited small government. We need to quit all this excess spending. Want me to keep going?
Yeah, no,
because the libertarian side of me is just learn to come out.
Right. I mean, and that's the funny thing, you brought up taxes.
Yeah.
Biden blatantly said all of his campaign things, I'm not going to raise taxes, but
he's taxing the shit out of guns.
Two things. Yes. He's going to tax guns
and ammo
and ammo. And then he's going to repeal the Trump tax cuts, which is instantly going to raise taxes.
Yeah.
So how is that not raising taxes?
Yeah. Well, he's not going to come right out and raise them.
Well, sure. He's not. Yeah. He's
going to
blame it on somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we got the government stuff out of the way.
Taxation is theft.
Are you a libertarian, Mark?
Well, it is.
I think you are. I think you're more of a libertarian than what you think, sir.
If I want to give in, then I will.
Well, think about it. You don't truly own anything. No. So like I bought this house. No, exactly. If I were to pay this house off and pay this property off, I do not own this.
Yeah, because you're still paying property taxes.
And if I don't pay it,
it's your property.
And if I don't pay it, guess what happens?
Yeah, they take it.
Take it from me.
How is that even legal? That is so
it's
stupid.
Not.
How many times do they tax a car throughout its life?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sales tax. Oh, I bought it. How much sales tax did you pay? Same amount as the last guy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. So yeah. I think we
went off, didn't we?
I think we
kind of lost.
I think we might have just run out of stuff.
Went off the rails.
I think we might have just ran out of stuff to talk about. What do you think? I think what this world needs is some more videos from Patriot Defense, from Todd on doing. Maybe I'll make a set of lead casting videos or reloading. Ooh, that might be all lead casting videos.
Yeah,
I do not think
everybody loves seeing liquid lead.
I don't think people should see me reload. That might be liability waiting to happen right there.
Liquid lead. Everybody loves it.
Liquid lead.
Yeah.
So maybe I need
more videos of that and
it's like gun handling type stuff.
Mighty Mouse or something.
Mighty Mouse. Maybe. Maybe. I wonder if he'd let me do it. Maybe I'll get my slide cut. And he'll let me go in and make some videos.
Video of the machining process. That'd be cool.
What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
I wonder if he would. I could set up some GoPros. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I bet you.
I think it'd be a cool thing.
I'll talk to you about it afterwards. But maybe he'd let me do that. I think he would. I don't want to cause him to be nervous and then mess my freaking slide.
Let's call him right now. Just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he'd answer. But okay, so I think we are done for today. I need to go eat. I have not eaten I have eaten, but not much. I'm feeling famished.
Okay.
So I appreciate everyone for tuning in. I love the comments, Kylan and Sarah, that we got on YouTube Live. We're going to keep trying to do this. I'll tell you what, if Kylan, if you're still on there, Sarah, I know Sarah's still on there. If you guys would take this YouTube video and share it on your social media, I would surely appreciate it.
I would appreciate it.
I would like to get more people watching this, more subscribers to the podcast. Now that we've got this two weekends in a row to where this actually functions, I'm pretty freaking excited.
Yeah, it might be a little too early to be that optimistic.
Might be a little presumptuous.
Yeah, like when you see ammo on the shelf, you're like, finally, it's coming back.
Yeah, I said that once and then it disappeared for 2 weeks.
Yeah, don't get that optimistic.
So I am going to say this. Everyone, real quick, everyone's been moving over to Parler and MeWe, and there's this thing called Rumble, and all this new social media platforms. And guess what, folks? I'm still on Instagram and I'm still on Facebook, and I have not made the move yet. I am kind of fighting against it. I will look into it more this week and see, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to leave YouTube because I got a lot of people on YouTube. And if I get a bunch of people on MeWe, they're going to expect me to do stuff over there. And the same way on Parler. I can't remember
You
those
have
names.
a Parler account.
I do.
Because I know
I've done 0 on it. I put one post on MeWe this morning, but it is going to be difficult for me to keep up with absolutely every one of those social media accounts. So, I mean, literally, I'm gonna have to like take a picture. Oh, let's put it on social media instead of bam on Facebook, bam on Facebook, bam on Instagram, bam on. It's gonna take me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, you need someone to do it for you. I'm not volunteering, by the way. I'm just saying.
Yes. So, anyhow, I haven't decided if I'm going to move over there yet. I don't know that those are going to be actually a lasting thing anyway. I think people are going to migrate back to Facebook, to be 100% honest with you. But we will see. We'll see what happens. And I'm not truly sure that those who do migrate over to the other social medias are actually going to erase their Facebook. I just really don't think they are. They say they're going to. I just don't know that they're going to. But anyhow, share this with a friend. Share it with your family. Thanksgiving is coming up. And I think that you need to play this while you're eating turkey.
Oh, yes. Gobble, gobble all the way.
Gobble, gobble all the way. We should do some things. We should do some fun Christmas stuff again, closer to Christmas. Remember last year?
Yeah.
We can have some fun.
We need some sound effects for that, though.
I'm going to make some. I'm going to sing or something.
Oh, no, please don't.
So we're going to all wear
Stick to your day job.
We're going to all wear Santa hats. But share this with your friends. Share this with your family. Make sure they subscribe. Grab this video if you want. I would appreciate it. Share it on your social media sites and your MeWe and your Parler and your Yak Yak and your Facebook and your whatever.
Your Hoodat and your whatever.
Yeah, whatever. The Whodunit site, whatever. I would surely appreciate that. And if you want to comment, if you have a question, want to comment, want to tell us a story, want to tell us how cool we are, you can do that. Maybe you don't like us. We don't mind to hear that. We just want some kind of response, people. Feedback. You can call me or you can text me. Honestly, I'm going to be serious about this. You can text message me. Lots of people do. I love it when random people who I've never heard from before, and even if I do know you, text me anyway, from across the country or from other countries, shoot me a text message. I freaking absolutely love it. I think it's awesome. And I will respond. There are still people that I am in contact with weekly that I don't even know. They listen to the podcast and they chat with me, and it's great. I absolutely love it. That number is area code 620-794-6223. Area code 620-794-6223. And this is what I want. I want to make a goal. I want 5 people who listen to this podcast to contact me on my cell phone. Text me. I listen to the podcast. I have a question. Or, hey, I listen to the podcast. I live in Virginia. I listen to the podcast. I live in Florida. I want Florida man to contact me.
Yeah.
Something. Say, this is a picture of me and my gator, Phil, and we listen to the podcast.
Phil's a good name for a gator.
I think Phil's a great name for a gator. Anyhow, just interact with me, man. Let's do something like that. Let's have some fun. Let's not think about coronavirus or COVID. Let's not think about anything. Damn it, Peter, do not buy that 10 millimeter. Damn it, Peter.
Oh.
Anyhow, dang it, Peter.
Oh, he got you good.
Anyhow, I want to hear from people, and I don't want to hear about the COVID-19. Call me and tell me the ammo you bought. Tell me about your favorite firearm. Do something. Get a hold of me. Text me. I will respond. We can have a conversation throughout the week. I would appreciate that.
We'll talk about it on the next podcast.
We will talk about it on the next podcast, which will be this coming weekend. Right. This coming weekend.
Right.
Yes. If you're from Australia, I want to hear from you too.
There you go.
We'll talk about gun rights. But until then, thank you for listening. Thank the Lord I got YouTube Live up again, and I will continue to try and do that. But until then, you guys have a good week. Go out, find some ammo, find some cheap ammo, Go out, squeeze the trigger, send some lead down range. And if we don't talk to you before, hopefully you text me and we can talk before. You have a great Thanksgiving. Screw the 10-person limit that the governor and the president and everyone else has set. Spend time with family. Enjoy your turkey day. Have a good time. Go out, shoot with friends, shoot with family, and we will see you guys next weekend. Bye. Freaking Peter's going to buy my gun.